Hi guys, it's Miss Rose, and today we're still working on the letter J. So today we're doing jam-filled oatmeal bars. What you need is 1 cup flour, 1 cup oats, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, 10 tablespoons unsalted butter melted, 1/2 cup light brown sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoon vanilla, and 3/4 cup jam. Jam, J, jam, J. Jam starts with J. Let's get started. I just washed my hands, so I'm ready to go. So what you need is an 8x8 pan. You take foil. You want to line it with foil. You want the foil to go over the edge because that's how you're going to be caking the bars out. Okay? And you want to spray it with a cooking spray. So you want to do that off to the side. That way they won't stick. And we'll put it to the side. You need to preheat your oven to 350, which I have done. In a medium-sized bowl, you want to put in your flour. I have measured everything. Flour, your oats, and your salt and baking soda. Okay? We're going to mix that together. You mix your dry ingredients first, and then we'll mix our wet ingredients and we'll put them together. This gets everything well combined, well mixed in. Okay? All right, so that's mixed. We set that aside for right now. And in a bigger bowl with a whisk, I'm going to put my brown sugar. I'm going to show you how to measure out brown sugar because that's different than regular sugar. When you measure out brown sugar is just white sugar with molasses added to it. That's all it is. Okay? So if you don't have brown sugar, you can just take white sugar and add molasses if you happen to have molasses to it. But if not, buy brown sugar. You want to take your measuring cup. I need 1/2 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. And you want to put your measuring cup in there and you're going to pack it down. Okay, you're going to push it in. And level it off with your palm of your hand. That is 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. That goes in your bowl. See? You want to crumble that up then. Break it apart. You're going to add your melted butter. I just melted it. I put the 10 tablespoons of butter in a measuring cup and just put it in the microwave and I melted it. And you want to add your vanilla. Now you want to mix this well until it's well combined. Okay? You can see that the brown sugar is taking up the butter. And it's mixing in well. It's getting uniform. Okay? See? It looks very nice and even. So then we're going to add our dry ingredients to this. Let me get my whisk out. We're going to use the spatula to mix it. Now this will make like a cookie dough. Okay? You want to go slow at first so the flour doesn't splash back into your face or go all over the counter. This is like kind of like a oatmeal cookie dough. Okay. And you want to scrape all along the sides of the bowl to get all of it mixed up. Okay? Just like that. It's all nice and mixed. So then we're gonna do, since these are bars, we're putting some of it on the bottom of our pan and some of it for topping. So we have to take some of this out and set it aside for the topping. And we need to set aside 3/4 of a cup of this dough. So I don't have 3/4 cup. I have a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to do 3 of these, and I'm going to put it in here for later. So I just put some on my spatula, and I put it in my measuring cup until it's, and I even it out. Then I'll take a knife and I'll scoop it out. That's 1. This will be the topping, nice crumb topping. Now you can use any kind of jam you want, jam or preserves. I have raspberry without seeds. You can get raspberry with seeds. If you like strawberry, I would suggest you get it without the big chunks of strawberry. If you get it with the big chunks of strawberry, then I would chop up the strawberries so that when you cut and make it easier to cut. Okay, so that's 3/4 of a cup of the dough for later. Okay, that's for later. And then we're going to put this in our pan. Put it all in there. And you want to just spread it around. Use your fingers and spread it around on the bottom. Okay, like that. Now this is going to bake for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, we'll put the jam and the topping on. So I want to put it in my oven. Right in the middle of the oven. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And it'll come out and we'll continue. Okay, it's about 5 seconds, and you want to have your parents take this out of the oven for you. Do not turn the oven off because it has to go back in, okay? So that's what it looks like after 10 minutes. Okay, I'm putting it on a hot pad, and we're going to put the jelly on there. And we're going to spread it evenly all around. Okay? Covering the whole thing. Let's see. Might. All right. This needs some work. It's not that easy to spread, so your parents will have to help you spread this too because the pan's very hot. You want to get it as evenly spread as possible, okay? And around the corners. Okay. And then when the whole thing is covered, put Plus it'll melt when it's in the oven. All right, that's good. When the whole thing is covered, then you want to put the topping on. You're just going to crumble it on. Use your fingers to crumble it on. Okay. And then this will go back in the oven for 14 to 16 minutes until it's nice golden brown. Okay? And then it has to sit out until it's cool. You don't want to take it out of the foil yet. They will fall apart. They have to be completely cold before you can cut them. So I'm going to let mine cool on a wire rack, and then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator to get nice and cold before I cut them. Okay. So I have some crumbs all over. Okay, now we're going to put this back in the oven for 14 to 16 minutes. So I'm going to put it for 15. And then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we have a couple more seconds. And there it is. Turn my oven off. Make sure you get your parents to help you. I'm bringing it out. This looks nice and brown. See how the jelly is all nice and bubbly. The topping is brown. So I'm going to put it on a wire rack. And I'm going to let that sit there and cool down. And as it cools, it will get harder. So we're going to let it cool. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, get really cold, and then we'll cut it into squares. Okay, so I've taken my oatmeal bars out of the refrigerator. They're nice and cool. They're ready to be cut. So just lift them out with the foil. Flatten the foil down. See, they come right off the foil like that on a cutting board. And then we're going to cut them. I'm using a serrated knife. It has little ridges. I'm going to cut it in half. Straight down. Like that. See how nice that looks? I'm going to cut it that in half. The other side in half. And I'm going to put it together, turn it around. And I'm going to cut these into thirds. So I'll make two cuts. One here and one here. It'll be nice sized bars. If you want them smaller, you can cut them smaller. But I thought this would be a good size for like a dessert. You can have this for dessert after dinner tonight. Like that. Then you can put them on a plate. See? Nice. You have 2 layers of cookie and 1 layer of jelly or jam. And you just display them on the plate. A couple on top. And there you go. Those are the jam-filled oatmeal bars. Bye-bye.